Chicago in October is always gray. Tall buildings reflect the cold sky, and people move quickly through the streets. James Carter was one of those people. He was 34 years old. He worked as a financial analyst at a mid-sized consulting company. Every morning, his alarm rang at 7 a.m. He pressed snooze 3 times. At 7:45, he rushed out of bed. Quick shower, quick coffee, traffic, office by 8:30. His days were full of emails, spreadsheets, and meetings. He ate lunch at his desk. He left work around 6 p.m., tired. At 7 p.m., he sat on his couch with takeout food, scrolling on his phone and watching Netflix until he fell asleep. From the outside, his life looked fine. Stable job, good income, nice apartment. But inside, he felt empty. He had worked at the company for 4 years. When he started, he believed it would help him grow and succeed. But after 4 years, nothing had changed. Same position, almost the same salary. Younger co-workers were getting promoted. Every Sunday night, he wrote the same sentence in his notebook. This week, I will start. Start what? Start the online data course he saved 2 years ago. Start his small consulting idea. Start investing seriously. But every week, time disappeared. There was no party. It was just another Tuesday. His sister called and said, "Happy birthday, you're 34 now." After the call, James stood in front of the bathroom mirror. He took out an old notebook from college. It had his 10-year plan. By 30, start my own consulting business. By 30, become senior analyst. By 30, build a 6-figure investment portfolio. By 30, run a marathon. He was 34. He had achieved none of these goals. He was not afraid of being 34. He was afraid of being 44 and still the same. James had a college friend named Michael. They used to complain about work together, but 3 years ago, Michael quit his job and started his own consultant business. Now, he worked from different cities and earned much more money. James sent him a message. "How did you do it?" Michael replied, "Coffee on Saturday morning, I'll explain." They met at a quiet coffee shop. Michael asked, "How many hours are in a day?" 24. "How many do you sleep?" 6 or 7. "How many do you work?" 10 or 12 with commuting. "So where do the rest go?" James said, "I don't know, they just disappear." Michael said, 3 years ago, I was the same. Then I learned about something called the sacred hour." "What is that?" 1 hour every day, only for your future, not for your job, not for entertainment, not for other people. 1 hour for 90 days in a row. James said, "I don't have extra time." "You do," Michael answered. "You just spend it on things that don't build anything." Michael drew a jar on a napkin. Sand is social media and random videos. Pebbles are urgent but not important tasks. Big rocks are skills, health, business, and long-term goals. If you fill the jar with sand first, there is no space for big rocks. The sacred hour is your biggest rock. Put it in first. Michael looked at him and said, 90 days, 1 hour each day. No excuses. Are you ready? James thought about the mirror and said, "Yes." "Start tomorrow," Michael said. "Not Monday, tomorrow." Saturday morning at 6 a.m., the alarm rang. James wanted to stay in bed, but he got up. He chose to study advanced data analytics. The first week was difficult. He felt tired and confused, but every morning from 6 to 7, he sat at the kitchen table, phone on focus mode. no distractions. 7 days, 7 hours, more than he had studied in 2 years. Around day 19, he woke up before the alarm. He started to understand the lessons better. He felt more confident. He texted Michael. 20 days in, I feel different. Michael replied, "You are becoming a different person." Then work became stressful. A major client had problems with data reports. The company risked losing $200,000. James was tired. One morning, he slept through his alarm. Another morning, he stared at his laptop and wanted to quit. On day 47, he sat in the dark kitchen and thought, "This is too hard." Then he remembered his 34th birthday and his fear of turning 44. He opened his laptop. It was not a perfect study session, but he showed up. The next day, he showed up again. By week 10, he finished his certification. One afternoon, his boss said the client's data system was broken. No one knew how to fix it. James said, "I can fix it." He stayed late, but he was calm. He used the skills he learned during his sacred hour. He cleaned the data, fixed the errors, and built a better reporting system. The next morning, the client said, "This is exactly what we needed." 2 weeks later, his boss said, "You saved a $200,000 account. We are creating a new position, Senior Financial Analyst, Data Analytics Focus. You will get a 28% salary increase." James was shocked. 90 hours had changed his life. On day 90, James met Michael again. "I didn't miss a single day," James said. "What's next?" Michael asked. "I'm starting my own consulting business, 1 hour every morning." The sacred hour is simple. You do not need more time. You need to protect the time you already have. 1 hour is only 4% of your day. 1 year equals 365 hours. 5 years equals 1,825 hours. Most people invest 0 hours in their future. James invested 90 hours, and his life changed direction. The alarm rang at 6 a.m. James smiled before opening his eyes. He did not wake up because he was afraid. He woke up because he was building something, 1 hour at a time.